My name is Frank Ally. I'm a California attorney primarily focusing on family law issues. Now let's get started. I would like to open a little can of worms here called spousal support. This is an introductory version. We're going to have a series of follow-up episodes because spousal support can be fairly complex and detailed, and there's a lot of things you need to know. But let's start with the basic parts of spousal support. I'm going to tell you right now that there's kind of two parts to spousal support. There's something called temporary spousal support, and there's something called long-term or permanent spousal support. They are two separate things. Temporary support is payable at the inception of the dissolution process. So when somebody files for divorce and there's a disproportionate amount of income between the parties, one party is going to need support for a temporary basis to make sure that they can get on with their life. In the marriage of Gruen, said, a temporary order is intended to allow the supported spouse and children to live in their accustomed manner pending the ultimate disposition of the action. The order is based on need, and it's not an adjudication of any of the issues involved in the litigation. So from the time period of the dissolution to when the dissolution ends in a judgment or a decree and the divorce is actually granted, we have a period of time, and it can be anywhere from 6 months to 15 years if you're not doing it right. But you have a short-term period on which you're going to get temporary support. You're either going to pay it or receive it if there's a disparity in income. Permanent support kicks in after the dissolution comes in. And they're different things. Temporary support is usually a little higher because it reflects transition cost. So when somebody goes from married to single, they're going to have to buy extra plates, extra toaster, maybe get a new apartment. There's going to be some transition cost involved. So temporary spousal support, in my experience, tends to be higher than permanent support. Temporary support is also based on a math formula. Permanent support is based on Statute Family Code 4320. We're going to talk about that separately in the next video. And relies on certain factors. So understand two different things. Temporary support is brief, tends to be a little higher. Permanent support is a little more detail-oriented and weighed by the judge. And we'll talk about both those in upcoming episodes. I'm Frank Ally. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, please answer below after you watch the next couple of videos. Thanks.